a brief interview.
Yes, perfect.
Hi, I myself am a singer-songwriter, and since we're in the same label and I happen to speak English, well, it's rusty though, I got this opportunity to interview you. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're so super busy, you know.
I'm not that busy.
Oh, really? No.
Your English is great too. It's
no, thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
But it's been like 2 decades since I came back from the States. So,
really?
I'm really.
Were you born in the States?
No, I used to live in the States for less than 3 years, like from 9 to 12 in LA. So that's
Nice.
that's all. But yeah.
Well, thank you for interviewing me.
No, thank you. It's such an honor to be interviewing you. And I know that you share your thoughts and almost everything you need to say through your songs. But that being said, I think that you might have some messages you want to tell to your Japanese fans. So yeah, I hope you can talk about everything you want to share to them today.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to introduce yourself briefly to the Japanese viewers or listeners?
Yeah, sure. Hey, I'm Sasha Alex Sloan. I'm a singer-songwriter. Yeah, and this is me, and I'm coming to Tokyo, and
yay.
I don't forget the date, but in a couple weeks.
August 27th.
Yeah. August 27th.
Yes. Yay, okay, thank you. And I listened to your new album, Me Again. I really loved it.
Thank you.
Well, it was sad but soothing and internal and intimate, but really open outwards. And I felt like I was like forgiven, you know, somewhat.
That's so sweet. Wow, thank you.
So do you want to explain a little about your new album?
Yeah, so Me Again was written at a time in my life when kind of like everything was exploding in a bad way. Like personally, professionally, everything was just confusing. And I think I'm still going through it, but my Saturn return, I don't know if you've heard of that. Okay, so like when you're like 27 through 30, like go through this big life change, and I felt like that was kind of happening for me. And I had a lot of like things going on with my family, and so when I went to go make another album, these are just kind of the songs that poured out, and I tried to not filter anything. I just kind of wanted them to be really vulnerable and honest, and you know, not try to force something I wasn't feeling for the sake of tempo, or you know, whatever you overthink when you create. So yeah, it was just Me Again captures a time in my life where I was just not feeling like me.
Right, okay. So do you think you're feeling like you're yourself again after releasing the album?
I think so. I think it was really cathartic releasing that and like putting it out in the world, and it was really scary, but now that it's out, it does feel really good, and I'm excited to tour it.
Oh, it's so great. Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Boston, pursued your career in LA, and then you moved to Nashville last year, right? With Henry?
Yeah, a couple years ago, but yeah, we live there
Oh, a
now.
couple of years ago. Okay. So does that change, did that change cause you like any, I don't know, change in process of your songwriting?
For sure. I think, living in Los Angeles for so long and then moving to Nashville, people just have a different approach to songwriting in
Mm.
Nashville, and I actually prefer it in Nashville.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Los Angeles is way more production focused.
Mm-hmm.
And there are really great songs that come out of LA, but I really like my style of songwriting. I
Mm.
really love the story and like diving into the lyric. And Nashville just does that so well. So
Oh.
I do think it just helped me trust my gut, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes
Mm.
sense, and just kind of
Mm.
trust my
Yeah.
process more to be surrounded by like-minded songwriters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really can relate, I think. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So looking back on your first EP, Sad Girl, what are some things that you think have changed or maybe haven't changed in yourself in the past 6 years?
Oh my gosh, so much. I think it's
Really?
hard to even like, I don't know where to start. I mean,
Mm.
how old are you?
I'm 33. I
Okay,
turned 33, yeah.
okay, first of all, I thought you were like 24.
Well, I guess that's a
Um,
compliment. Thank you.
for sure.
Uh,
No, so I mean, you probably can relate to this too. Like
mhm.
when I was first started putting out music, I knew nothing about the world, and I
Mm.
still don't really, but I know way more than I did.
Well, you were
And
like 18 or when did you first
so I was
release your song?
19 when I moved to
19.
LA. And
Okay.
then I was just at rehearsal today and I realized because I was practicing a Kygo song and it came out in
Hmm.
2017.
Oh, so that's 7 years
25.
ago?
Yeah, so I was
22, maybe?
yeah, okay. So
I
I started
probably
when I was
have
around
just
like
kidding.
I'm so bad at math. It's okay. We make music. We're not mathematicians.
I
So I was
know.
about 21, 22. But like
Hmm.
I think to answer your question in the longest way possible,
Yes.
I just feel like a different person. And I think with that just comes different music, and
Mm.
um like just my viewpoints have changed and like just who I am as a person has changed.
Hmm.
And so, of course it's going to influence the type of music I make and just like I when I was in my early 20s, I was writing more pop leaning music
Hmm.
and I always kind of wanted to make more organic sounding music like
Hmm.
my newer album, but I was in the
Yes.
pop scene, so I was a little scared to let it be stripped. But as you get older, you start caring less what other people think, and I
I
think I just
know.
started caring less what other people thought,
Uh,
which was nice.
well, yeah, I really can relate to that. And I felt that your new album was really organic, and I listened to all your past albums and EPs also, and compared
Oh,
to them,
jeez.
I really thought that the sound was really organic and natural and really stripped. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, I kind of
good. Well,
got,
I'm glad you thought that because that's what I was going for.
oh really? Yeah. I loved it.
So,
I really
oh,
loved
thank
it.
you. Thanks.
And do you still love your songs from your first EP, like Sad Girl?
Um, I don't know. Sometimes, like,
Oh,
I have a hard time listening to them because, like, my
oh,
voice
really?
has changed so much, and like, I
Oh.
would have made like different production choices.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have like old songs you listen to and you're like, oh, I wish I did this a little differently?
For sure. Yes, all the
Yeah.
time.
So, like, even in rehearsal today, I was like, how do I
Uh,
make these songs like feel more
oh.
organic, like me now?
Mm.
So, but I still have an appreciation for them because it's like where I was at the time, It's like looking back at like an old
Mm-hmm.
school picture. You're like, why did
Mm.
my hair look like that?
Yeah, I
You're
get
like, I liked it at
it.
the time.
I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is such an inspiration for me to, you know, talking
Okay,
to you.
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not alone in these feelings.
No, you're not alone for sure. Did you struggle to write any of your songs from the newest album?
Sorry, I'm gonna move away from this air conditioning. It's too
Okay.
loud. Yeah, I think I struggled with releasing some of the songs because I knew that the people that they were about would know that it was about them. So I think I struggled with just like how honest I wanted to be. But from a writing standpoint, they were all kind of like not easy to write, but I just waited till I was feeling inspired versus like sitting down and like forcing myself to make something, which is kind of what I would do in the past. But I was in a weird relationship with music at the time where I like had kind of fallen out of love with it. So I was just like, I'm just gonna let this album write itself. Like I'm just gonna like have ideas come to me and I'm not gonna force anything.
Okay. So that was really a natural process without any force.
Yeah,
To
for
write
the most
songs.
part. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't writing that much at the time either. I'd kind of like lost the inspiration in general. But I'm on the other side of it now and I really like songwriting again and I'm really happy because I was really scared that I would never like it again. So you just have to trust the process. And it's like easy to forget that when you're like in a bad spot.
I really get it. When through my career, I noticed that when you're in a bad place and like you said, you forget and you don't really know if you like singing anymore. At those times, like what you want to write and the inspirations come from the people you care about and like people who are near you. So listening to this album, I thought that many of the songs were about probably people you care or people who affected you in many ways. So
For
it
sure.
really it really made me feel, I don't know, made me think about my loved ones and my people who are around me. So I really love the album in that way.
Thank you. That's so nice. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for making this album.
Yeah, of course.
And so were there times when you ever wished to quit being an artist? Like,
yeah.
oh, really? Ooh.
All the time.
All the time.
I think it's like I struggle with like self-confidence and like I am like one day I'll feel so good about everything and I'll feel like things are going well and then like literally the next day I can wake up and feel so discouraged by life and the world and how hard music is. It's a really tough career path and you know, like it's scary when you have no fans and you put music out, but then it feels good when they like it. But then if you put music out that they don't like as much as your old stuff, you're like, wait, what? Now I have stuff you can compare new songs to. And yeah, I think I'm a very cynical person as well. So I just see things through like the most negative light possible. So yes, I like want to quit all the time, but then like you have these moments that make it so worth it and then you don't.
So is that the reason why you are still singing today? Like,
Yeah.
that
And I have no other skill set. I really can't get any other job. So
I get what you're saying. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah.
I dropped out of
Same as well.
college. I don't know what I have to go back to school. So I'm like, I'll just keep singing.
Singing was the only way, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So my next question was, what do you most cherish about being an artist? But
I mean, I will say like I have moments where I want to quit, but like every day I am so grateful that it's my job and I get to do it full time, because there were years of my life where I did not get to do it full time.
yeah.
And I also think that's super important for songwriters and artists and any creative job, really. I think it's important to go through working at a coffee shop, working at a gym, you know, grinding, because when you don't have to do that anymore, you really appreciate it. And so every day I do wake up and I'm like, I have the best job in the world. And it's true.
Great.
And I'm not allowed to complain. But my my self-esteem sometimes can get in the way of that. But
yes.
no, it's awesome. And it's really cool connecting with people and getting to travel and see different cultures and meet people who I would have never met before that can relate to my music, who live on the other side of the world and have had a similar experience. Like it's really beautiful. So you know, that's why I'm still going, because the good always outweighs the bad.
Yeah, glad you did. Okay. So do you think has songwriting process been the process of for you to accept who you are? Like, I think the core message of the newest album is like self-love and acceptance. And yeah, do you think that
Yeah. I actually never thought about that, but I kind of like that
really?
that's what you got from it. I think like I do feel the most sure I've ever felt of myself now. I turned 30 in March and I like can't wait, because I just feel like all those years of like self-doubt and like hating what I looked like, and I still have bad days, but like it doesn't control my life anymore. And so I do feel like that album was written at a time where I was kind of just like working through all of that, like a lot of family stuff that I hadn't worked through, that I thought I had, but I hadn't actually. And I read a lot of self-help books, but like actually read them instead of saying I read them. And like I just kind of was forced to do a lot of work on myself, and I really just do feel kind of the best I've ever felt. Which it's nice, because I feel like being like in your early 20s is exhausting.
I get it. Yeah. So I think that there are many teenagers and people in the early 20s or in the late 20s who find it hard to accept and love themselves, like you just said. And that's the same thing in Japan too, right? And do you think that self-love is something that can be acquired as you get older, like for everyone? Or
I think so. Like, I think you have to work at it though. I don't think you can just, because I kept waiting. Every year I got older, I kept waiting to be like, and I finally feel good, you know, but it never clicked until I faced some things I didn't want to face. But I think everyone can get there. And I do think with age, you just naturally care less. Like life shifts and things that weren't important become important. And
or
you
vice
know,
versa, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like the world just feels a lot bigger the older you get. Like I feel like when you're really, really young, everything you're just like figuring out who you are. But then like I've been able to look outward more and kind of even just traveling and seeing how big the world is has really helped. You know, like if I'm stuck in my ways on one thing, I'll go to a different country and they think a totally different way. And it's like nice to know that, you know? So sorry, this AC is so loud.
No, it's not. Okay. Thank you. So about your show in Tokyo, I remember that I think you in your song, Smiling When I Die, there's this line that says, see all the lights in Tokyo, right?
Yep. I
Yeah.
actually saw them last year.
Oh, that was about last year, but the song was from like a few years ago, right?
2019, maybe 2018.
Oh,
Yeah, no, but I finally went and I saw them in because
really?
'cause I played 4 shows in Asia last year, and then I went to Tokyo just for fun. Like my husband
Mm,
and I went for like a little mini honeymoon. Um
great.
and yeah, we walked around the what's it called? The not Shinjuku,
Shibuya?
Shibuya? Shibuya.
Shibuya?
Yeah, and I was like, I
The
actually
Great
started,
Crossing.
yeah, because that's what I
Okay.
meant in the song.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
we went
thought
and I
so.
like started like singing it to my husband, and he
Oh,
was like,
that's so
we were
fun.
laughing because we wrote it together. So yeah,
Right.
it was a cute moment.
Mhm. So was that the first visit for your husband in Japan too?
Yeah, for both of
Last year?
us.
Oh, for both of you. Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
so I'm really excited to come back. My band has never been, and they're so
Oh,
excited for
really?
Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah,
So is it kind of a dream come true for you to do a show in Tokyo?
for sure. Because last time was just there for vacation, but this
Mm-hmm.
time I get to actually play a show, which is gonna blow my mind.
Ooh, so
I know.
exciting.
I know. I'm excited.
That's so exciting. So, just out of curiosity, is are the lights in Tokyo and the lights in, I don't know, New York, like really completely different, or what you
Have
feel?
you been to Times Square?
Yes, I have. Actually.
I'm curious to see what you think, because I think Shibuya is way nicer.
Like in what way?
It's just cleaner. And
Cleaner.
it feels less chaotic. I don't really like
Uh,
New York
okay, yeah.
because it kind of just like stresses me out. Um,
Uh-huh.
so no, I picked Tokyo.
Okay, yay.
Yeah.
We win.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys
great,
went
great.
by a lot.
Okay. Yay, thank you. Okay, so do you want to say anything to your Japanese fans who are waiting for you and looking forward to your show this month?
Yeah. Just want to say, can't wait to see all of you. And I'm just so excited to play a show there for the first time. And I can't wait
Yay.
to see what it's like.
Aha. Oh, I'm so excited for your show too.
Thanks. I know I'm rehearsing. I'm in the middle of rehearsal, so I'm like
Yeah, I
I'm a
know.
little nervous because we're still
Uh-huh.
like figuring it out, but by the end
Mm,
of rehearsals, it's always great.
mm.
But
Yay.
yeah, I'm
I
excited.
looked at your schedule for the Asia tour, and it was
Mhm.
like really, really tense, right? Like, um, you have show every other day,
I know.
like in different countries.
It's gonna be a lot of flying.
I know.
And I'm kind of scared of
Right.
flying, so I'm like just gonna be
Oh,
drinking
you
a lot.
are?
I'm just scared of like, I don't like being over the ocean for a long time.
Oh, but it takes like 11 hours from the States to Tokyo. Oh, but you're coming from Jakarta, or
So I'm going, well, it's just 7 hours because then
7 hours.
we go to Kuala Lumpur first, which is like a 14-hour flight to Taipei
14
and
hours?
then a
Wow.
5-hour flight.
Oh my God, 14 hours is really long above the
I
ocean.
know. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna.
be sleeping though because it's gonna be 1 a.m, so it'll be okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm facing my fears.
Yeah, you're facing your fears, and you'll grow up and like.
Exactly. And then I'll like be home in a month and say I did it and it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of 47 prefectures tour for myself. There are 47 prefectures in Japan, and so I'm going to
Okay,
all the
gotcha.
prefectures.
Do you have
Yeah,
to, can you just drive everywhere?
nah, to some places you have to get on the plane, or like
That's a
bullet
lot.
trains, and like
47 shows?
Yes, 47 shows
Wow.
in half a year. So
Are you
the
excited?
last one will be, well, yes, I am, but same as you,
It's just
really
so
nervous.
it's so nerve-wracking. And the first show too is always like, oh my God, like is it gonna work?
I know, yeah,
But it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. In the end, everything will be okay, but yeah.
Exactly.
But every single time you lose sleep and like, you know, right?
I know, I just need to like already be on that side of the planet and like just playing the show. Like the anticipation is horrible. It's
I really
horrible.
get what you're saying.
Yeah, the anxiety.
You know, I always hope I can skip to the moment of the show. Yeah.
Me too, when it's over.
Yeah, I know. But you're excited, right? For the
I
show in
am.
Tokyo?
No,
Yeah.
I actually I'm super excited.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it.
Okay,
It was
well, thank
really,
you so
really
much for
fun
the
talking to you.
interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, likewise. I'm
Okay.
gonna check out your music.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm excited to listen.
Okay.
And good luck with your tour.
You too.
Yeah,
And
thank
really
you.
looking forward to seeing you in person on
Oh
the
yeah,
day
I'll
of the
meet
show.
you at the
Yeah.
show, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'll meet you
I'll be
then.
there.
Well, I met you, but I'll see you then.
Yes, I'll see you then. Thank you so much for the
Yeah,
time,
thank
and
you.
good luck for your tour. Yeah.
Thanks, you too.
Okay. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, Sasha.
Bye.
Bye.